No way. Oh. 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 Too much. Too much. You gotta be careful with that shit. So in case you couldn't tell, we're doing a black and white today. Two things I don't practice very often is black and white photography and 35mm as far as focal length goes. So I figured I'd take the G9 out with my Sigma 16 f1.4. 16 is more like a 32 full frame equivalent, but that's close enough. It worked for me. And I was really glad that I did because I got some really cool photos that I really like. It was a really good day. I wrote a little note and I sent my carrier pug over to Matthew Stevens to see if he wanted to come shoot because he does black and whites. And I figured maybe we could feed off of each other and see stuff with each other or help each other out or something. And we did. We were drawn to a lot of the same areas and we shot them in different ways, which was really cool. It's exactly what I was hoping for. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Don't forget to keep an eye open for the pug hidden in the video, because if you're the first person to correctly post the timestamp where it's at, I'll shave your grandma's bush with Fisher-Price scissors. Please don't make me do that. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so on the way to meet up with Matthew, I figured I'd take some warm-up shots. And what's crazy is this very first shot I took today, the first spot I found, was not a warm-up at all. Actually, it was one of my favorites from the day. So that's kind of how I knew that this was going to be a good day. I sort of used these triangles of light to frame somebody as they walked through, and I did have to wait here for a few minutes to get a couple different subjects coming through. Hey man. Yeah.
How you doing?
I got a fanny pack too, it's nice.
Missed a ton of shit and then I got like a couple I'm pretty stoked with.
Yeah. I was trying to play with this zigzag of shadow here, but every photo that came out was a bit balls-tastic. Everybody just kind of walked a little too far away, and honestly, even if they walked where I wanted them to, I don't think it would have been a very good photo. I thought this guy was waving, but he was just pointing. You can't really see it because of the bright reflection of the sky, but he was not waving at me. I'm too much of a loser. I've been to this spot several times in my videos, but I never noticed this robot on the floor, so I decided to include it to appease the future overlords. I had to crop this one pretty tight just to make the subject a little more prominent and get rid of some of the distractions on the left side, and I don't think it really made for a great photo either way. I had a feeling I wasn't wanted over here, but I decided to go steal some shots anyway. I'm glad I did, but I had to get out of there before they came outside with tasers and batons and beat me 3/4 to death. This is one of the reasons I wanted to go out with Matthew, because he always finds these spots of reflected light coming from the building's windows hitting down onto the street, and it always looks really nice and soft, and it creates these cool patterns on the floor. If you're unaware, or if you just haven't seen it yet, I did a portrait of a photographer with Matthew. It was actually the first one I did a few months ago, so I'll link that in the description if you want to check it out. This one ended up being one of my favorites just because of the pure simplicity. I love his super black silhouette, and I pushed the whites on the left side to really emphasize the contrast across the whole frame. Hey buddy.
What's up, man?
How's it going? Anything good yet?
Good to see you. No, I just started.
Been out for a few minutes. Nice. Met up with Rudy about an hour into shooting, and we all continued on together.
Good light.
This little breakaway section of 16th Street Mall always offers really good photos in my opinion, and today was no exception. I usually come here in the afternoon, but in the morning like this, I feel like there was a lot more opportunities for this soft light coming in through the frosted glass up top. So we sat here at this staircase of this sort of Z pattern and waited for people to go up it. This one here was definitely another one of my favorites. I love all the hard light everywhere except for pretty much right where his head is. It's just a nice soft light behind him, creating this really clean silhouette. With his cap sticking out right here. You look beautiful, Matthew. Shave your leg next time, though, please. This spot initially caught Rudy's eye, so we stopped here where this headless mannequin is, and I took this photo of this guy not even realizing that his reflection was also in it, so it was just sort of a happy accident, I guess. This is one of the courtyards I get kicked out of every single time I come here, but today we went around the corner and I guess they just never saw us or they didn't see us in time, so I was able to finally get a cool shot over here of this old man walking amongst this geometric light and shadow. Here's another spot that Rudy found with this cool triangle of light hitting this bench, sitting all alone here in this really clean area. I just wish I would have got somebody sitting on it, but the shot I did get here wasn't too bad either. This guy actually walked back and forth a couple times, almost as if he wanted us to get photos of him, but on the second time he came back through in the correct direction and he looked up at the light at just the perfect time, so I really emphasized that in post. I really like this photo. We came over to this big fancy government-y type marble building, and I think since it was Sunday, nobody really gave a shit that we were there, but that also meant that nobody was coming in or out, so I really want to try to come back up right in this exact area and get somebody coming outside before they kick me out, because I think it could be really cool with these white and dark stripes on the floor. As you should know by now, I'm known in many circles as the Pigeon Whisperer. I stomped my foot and I got this one with the G9 super fast burst rate. I was able to get some really cool shots of it and freeze the action pretty nicely against this big fancy building. Well, this is the end of the video, and of course we'll go out with a whimper with probably the weakest shot I got all day. The light wasn't terrible, but I think it was just a little bit too chaotic. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a really fun day for me. It was somewhat challenging, but also really inspiring, just looking at the city in such a different way on several different accounts. So if you liked the video, please like it and subscribe. If you didn't like it, then I hope you forget to wash your socks and somebody laughs at you for having stinky feet and being a douche. I'll see you guys in the next one.